Channel 3 Eyewitness News starts with a First Alert Weather Day.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. As you can see, the radar, it is filled with snow, and it's really coming down to beat the band in parts of the state. I've got your First Alert forecast, which not only includes snow and rain for the shoreline this morning, but also for some really intense winds this afternoon. Wait till you see this forecast. It's a doozy.
All right, thanks for being with us here on this First Alert Weather Day as we join you for extended coverage here at 7 o'clock. I'm Caitlin Nuclo.
I'm Tracey McCain. We are staying on to help you get through a messy morning in most of the state. So let's take a look at it here. Our live iCam in Torrington. This has really changed over the last 30 minutes here. Conditions are not getting better. Let's just put it that way.
It's like a snow globe there.
It does. This is in Torrington. We're going to get you up to date with what you need to know right now.
Yeah, the list of school delays and closures, well, it continues to grow and has so significantly in the last hour or so. Right now, more than 300 school districts have either canceled or delayed their openings. We have it all scrolling for you at the bottom of your screen.
All right, and just into the newsroom here, 2 flight delays leaving Bradley International Airport this morning. One of those flights is heading to Orlando. I wish I were you. The other, Minneapolis.
And Eversource reporting about 3,000 people without power right now. And these power outages are growing across the state as well. Mansfield and Thompson seeing the most reports this morning.
All right, now that you have your update here, let's get right to Meteorologist Scot Haney with your First Alert forecast on this snowy morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Hi, everybody. We're going to get right to it. First Alert live radar, the only live radar in Connecticut showing that snowy conditions across the state. It is starting to lighten up a little bit in northwest Connecticut, but still coming down to beat the band in Torrington, New Britain, Hartford, Waterbury. Norwich, it's snowing there. I just got an email from Claire. She said it's coming down there. Wyndham, Tolland, Brook, it's snowing everywhere, so just be careful. But plain rain for the immediate shoreline, so that's because the temperatures there are at 42 degrees in New Haven this morning. Remarkable. All right, now the visibility is down. 1 in Willimantic, 1 1/4 in Tolland, 1 3/4 at Brainerd, 3/4 of a mile in Windsor Locks. It's a tough start out there. Not only is the visibility down, but the road conditions are compromised. Here are the temperatures. They've been coming down steadily now at Brainerd and Bradley. They're at 33 and 34 respectively, but we've got some 29s and 32s, certainly cold enough to support the snow. Look at New Haven now jumping to 43 degrees. That is remarkable. Plain rain for you folks in New Haven. First Alert Weather Day for the morning rain and snow. There will be some afternoon snow squalls that could measure up to another half an inch and reduce visibility throughout the day today, particularly at noon and then again at 3. And then this morning we're dealing with the untreated surfaces that could be slick. There is a wind advisory in effect today, folks. That wind is going to take your attention. It's going to take your breath away because it's going to be so cold with that wind. Although the forecasted highs are in the upper 30s, low 40s, it will be feeling significantly colder due to the winds that are going to gust 45 to 50 miles an hour. I'll be back with your full extended forecast coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, Kate, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. Let's get you a check here. We had this earlier crash in Manchester, right at the 84 Route 6 interchange here that had that area blocked off, right at exit 60, the on and off ramp there. We just heard from State Police, 84 eastbound in the area of exit 60 in Manchester. They've responded there for a crash involving a car and a DOT truck. No injuries, though, reported, and this has since cleared. So it's a little bit of good news if you're getting ready to hit the road here this morning. We've got a road closure in Killingworth, Route 148 between Lovers Lane and Route 81. We have a tree and wires down in that area. We've got some wires down in Hebron as well. London Road is closed at East Street. We're also dealing with a crash that just popped up in Danbury, but I want to give you a live look at some of the conditions across the state right now. Snow coming down in Cromwell, Southington, Cheshire, and Berlin. And then again, let's get you the information here on that crash as you take a live look at your drive times. We are dealing with this incident here again in Danbury. This is 84 eastbound between exits 5 and 7. The right and center lanes have been blocked off. You can see emergency crews just arrived. Those roads are definitely slick and slippery. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy First Alert Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, Kate, thank you. It's 7:04 now, and our team coverage continues right now. We have crews around the state giving you a glimpse of what it looks like out there. This is a live look through our Weather Tracker 1 in Stafford Springs. Get a load of that.
Wow, measurable snow there. Let's check in with Channel 3's Roger Susanin to get a better idea on how the commute is shaping up. Roger, any slick spots? It looks like it.
Oh my gosh, I feel like the entire town of Stafford Springs is one gigantic slick spot this morning. You take a look at the roads right now. This is Route 190. You can see we are right behind a plow truck. That's the good news. That's basically the safest spot to be throughout the entire town. No surprise, but this area is under a 2-hour delay for all of the schools. So that's some good news for kiddos and staff members. They can start their morning a little bit late, get a little sled run in, and it's almost easier to travel in a sled this morning than a car, certainly in this section of the state, although it is lovely to look at. You can see the truck that we are behind right now actually just stopped, and we have seen issues this morning. Not one, but 2 separate tractor trailers actually were stranded on the side of Route 190 earlier. And we've also seen a lot of vehicles will actually stop and slightly pull over so that traffic on the other side of the road can get by. This is obviously a 2-lane highway, 2-direction highway, but it doesn't feel like it today because the snow has been encroaching in on both sides of the road. So the bottom line, you live in Connecticut, you know how to deal with this kind of stuff. As you can see, there's actually a downed tree. If you look closely, the left side of your screen, that is probably part of why that truck just slowed down a moment ago, along with to let traffic go by. But if you're driving around this part of the state, you know the drill. Take it slow and wait if you can. Reporting live in Weather Tracker 1 in Stafford Springs, I'm Roger, presenting Channel 3 Eyewitness News. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Roger, be safe out there. Some breaking news to get to now. Granby police are responding to 2 separate crashes on Case Street this morning. Police say no one was hurt, but this is a reminder of just how slippery the roads are in some areas this morning, especially on those secondary roads. Also, some breaking news to get to right now. We're learning from state police about a crash on 84 that involved a DOT truck and a car. It happened right by exit 60 in Manchester. Caitlin Francis has been following that closure for you. Police say no one was hurt, and the area has since reopened, and it actually just cleared here.
Well, as you get going this morning, we're tracking power outages from across the state right now. Eversource is reporting more than 5,400 outages across the state. Mansfield has the most with about 1,400. United Illuminating says they have no outages at this point. On the municipal power side, Norwich Public Utilities reporting fewer than 10 people without power, and Groton Utilities say they have no outages right now. Well, Eversource says they have been preparing for snow and winter weather for weeks, and they want you to be careful out there.
So if you see downed wires, Eversource reminds you, of course, to stay away. And remember, you want to report it not only to 911 so folks know to avoid that area, but also to Eversource's website. Well, the arrival of a round of wintry weather was a welcome sight for skiers and snowboarders, right? With that colder air and the snow in the forecast, many ski areas are making snow, and they're getting ready to open earlier than usual.
Yeah, it's getting me excited for sure. Mount Southington started making snow over the weekend. Last year, remember, they didn't open until December 23rd, which is kind of late in the year, but this year could be a lot earlier since we've got some snow. There are 5 ski resorts in Connecticut, and Powder Ridge in Middlefield is open already. Several others open this weekend.
All right, the snow is ending in Litchfield and Fairfield counties, but it continues in central Connecticut and parts of northeast and southeast Connecticut. It's plain rain. Let's take a look at the numbers out there. You're going to be dealing with some very cold numbers. Today, we start off fine. We're actually above average. 27 is the typical overnight low. We are up substantially from yesterday, anywhere from 13 to 16 degrees to 17 degrees warmer. But again, it's cold enough to support snow for most of the state with the exception of the shoreline. Now, these are the sustained winds. They're not horrible right now, but once this front passes through and the snow makes an exit, those winds are going to kick in. We have a couple of gusts out there for you. Waterbury at 20, New Haven 22, Bridgeport at 29. But these are you're going to see gusts all across the state, anywhere from 40 to 50 miles an hour during the day today. That's why there is a first alert weather day for the snow and rain this morning and for the gusty winds this afternoon. Tomorrow, another first alert weather day for cold temperatures and blustery conditions. I'll have your full forecast coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Scott, thank you. Remember, you can download the free WFSB weather app right now to see how this storm is impacting your area. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen, get alerts, closing delays right in the palm of your hand.